let's do this. G-Akiha. This is a joke, by the way, from like X-Men Children, yeah, where you fight Apocalypse.
Round 2 fight.
Jeez. I knew it was useless. It's invincible. I fly through the air. G-Akiha shakes the earth. That is as far as you go, Nissan. I finally defeated Nissan. Yes, time for you to go to sleep. Congratulations, Akiha-sama. You now have Shiki-san in the palm of your hand. Maybe a difficult method, but one befitting the head of the Tono family. Of course. As the head, I cannot be choosy about which method to win, as long as the results are acceptable. Even this joke is allowable. It does feel a little good. I will overlook your disruption. Yay! We're at high spirits, Akiha-sama. I like you this way the best. Fusan continues to cheer on G-Akiha. Get a hold of yourself, little sister. You're being completely fooled by Kohaku-san. She's here. A rather energetic G-Akiha is coming. I close my eyes with a feeling of resignation. In the end, I was returned to this underground kingdom. I have no way of stopping those two on their rampage. I offer silent prayer for Masaki Town going up in flames. I'm sorry, everyone. I tried hard. I really did. Let's try again. Okay, can I defeat G-Akiha? Time for me to use super cheap AI techniques, right? Attack, block, 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 attack, block, block, block.
Round 1 fight.
Okay, I think I got something. The double jumps really help. She's trying to hit me as I land.
Round 2 fight.
It's tough. Well, damn. Yeah, it's like I was saying at the beginning of this too. The in PC fighting games, like a lot of the earlier ones, like this one and Big Bang Beat and Immaterial Missing Power, they don't have a timer because the point of the timer was to regulate when people need to put new quarters in, right? And there's no need for quarters or anything like that when you're doing a PC fighting game. So a lot of these PC fighting games didn't have anything like that. Okay, so this is where I'm having problems. I think I'm gonna have to keep cycling through this until I beat her, because this part is tough. Last time I was playing this, I just kept dying and dying and dying. I do have an air DP, but I won't have control of myself after I use it. Game over, gotta try again here. So that story also reminds me of something completely different. I heard this on the radio, and this is a real legitimate place. So, you know there's a hospital group called Cedars-Sinai. So, Cedars-Sinai is a hospital area, and it's like the City of Hope and other kinds of places like that. And different kinds of hospitals have all sorts of different specialized groups of people. So one of the specialized things that a lot of hospitals have is, you know, they've got like foot doctors, they've got other stuff like that. They've got they've also got a sinus specialist. And in medicine, there isn't like there's different terms for a lot of this, like podiatrist, I think, is for feet, and you've got like all sorts of different other terms. But when it comes to sinuses, it's just called sinus science. There isn't an actual like an oncologist or whatever kind of optometrist. Those kind of names, there isn't a name for that for sinus science. So if they're doing some sort of something there for their specific area that they have those, where they work on sinus science and research for that, is called a sinus science center. If you go to all these different places across the U.S. when you go to the hospitals, they all call them sinus science centers. So there is a legitimate place within Cedars-Sinai called the Cedars-Sinai Sinus Science Center. And it's a real place, Cedars-Sinai Sinus Science Center. It's like, how you couldn't even come up with like that tongue twister on its own. Oh man, my sinuses are really hurting. I better go to the Cedars-Sinai Sinus Science Center. Yeah, exactly. It allows for things like White Len and Shiki Nanaya, even Nero Chaos, who's dead, to come back to life, kind of. So that Knight of Orachia is really what drives the ability for Melty Blood to work. Alright, let's try this.
Round 1. Fight.
'Aoko's only mentioned in here when he says sensei. Like, he'll talk about sensei, and that's it. You never meet Aoko in this game. At the end of Tsukihime, you meet Aoko, like, once. Like, one scene, and that's it. They do talk about Aoko a little bit. When Shion is explaining, like, what magi are and where they're from, because she says she's from Atlas, which is in Egypt, and there's 3 main branches of magi. And one of them's in London, and Aoko is from London. She says that Aoko was like the cursed one, or like the outcast of the London group or something. Aoko first became playable in Melty Blood React, the final 2 versions, like the updated second version of React. And I'll get to that story eventually too. I'm not going to do all of the different Melty Bloods in a row. I'm going to Melty Blood 1 now, and then I'm going to take a vote on Twitter for what our next game is going to be. It's probably not going to be an anime fighting game. But anyway, let's see how this goes here. Try a couple things. One thing I wanted to try first. I've got the right strategy, I think. I just need to be a little bit better at executing it. And also... I'll also be a little bit more lucky with her pattern. That arc drive, I think it dealt a fair amount of stun damage to her. I mean, it passed right through her. I don't even know if it's really going to work or not.
Fight.
全然効きません。背に全然効きません。全然効きません。背に全然効きません。吹き飛ばしてあげます。背に全然効きません。全然効きません。吹き飛ばしてあげます。全然効きません。全然効きません。全然効きません。 全 ショコマがうるさい
No! Oh my god.
ラウンド
Oh my god.
ファイ
吹き飛ばしてあげます全然効きません吹き飛ばしてあげますショコマがうるさい吹き飛ばしてあげます全然効きません全然効きません吹き飛ばしてあげます吹き飛ばしてあげます背に吹き飛ばしてあげます全然効きませんショコマがうるさい全然効きません全然効きません吹き飛ばしてあげます全然効きません吹き飛ばしてあげますがうるさい吹き飛ばしてあげます吹き飛ばしてあげますショコマがうるさい全然効きません
I'm close. I'm really, really close. I think I could do it. Okay.
ファイ
確認吹き飛ばしてあげます吹き飛ばしてあげます吹き飛ばしてあげますてめえ吹き飛ばしてあげます吹き飛ばしてあげますがうるさい全然効きませんてめえ全然効きません全然効きません吹き飛ばしてあげます吹き飛ばしてあげます吹き飛ばしてあげますショコマがうるさい吹き飛ばしてあげます吹き飛ばしてあげます吹き飛ばしてあげます
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the vital source on there, because, like, I got her out, and then she was recovering really fast. But it didn't look like I was doing anything special. Like, maybe I was getting more counter hits against her or something like that. But I don't know, it wasn't really looking like I was doing more damage. Ayoko has a sister, and I don't remember her name, but I know that, Ayoko in Japanese means blue, even though she has, like, this wild red hair. But Ayoko's sister in Japanese is named Red, and she has blue hair. And Ayoko's sister is a big part of Kara no Kyokai, which is not a visual novel, it's a full-out novel. And that stars Shiki Ryogi, which you might recognize from Melty Blood Actress again. Shiki Ryogi also has the mystic eyes of death perception that Shiki Tono here has. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. That's doing way more damage. Look at that.
全然効きません。吹き飛ばしてあげます。吹き飛ばしてあげます。吹き飛ばしてあげます。ショコマがうるさい。 吹き飛ばしてあげます。吹き飛ばしてあげます。チョコモがうるさい。吹き飛ばしてあげます。吹き飛ばしてあげます。確認してにやつ。
I don't know what I was doing, but I was doing way more damage there. Way more damage. Something happened. I was doing a ton of damage there.
ファイト
I'm doing way less damage now.
全然効きません。チョコモがうるさい。全然効きません。吹き飛ばしてあげます。
But yeah, so this there's a lot of characters in this game to start with, which we wouldn't usually don't have that many characters in a starting version. I think there's like 14 in this game. But eventually this game expands to 31 characters, where each one of them has like 3 different modes. And a lot of those modes have very different movesets, very different mechanic styles. Some of them are little tweaks, some of them are way bigger tweaks. So it really is like 93 matchups in Actress Again. I have a lot of fun with Melty Blood, the whole series. Melty Blood Actress Again is one of my favorite games for fighting games. Alright. Alright. Yeah, the trick is I've got my double jump, so I use that as an escape route, because you don't know when she's gonna attack. I could attack and jump over, and then I could land into another one of her attacks on the way back down, so I can double jump again. And a lot of her moves tend to move her forward, so if I'm jumping over this and attacking, I can land while her move's kind of crossing over. That's kind of what I've been trying to do, and I've succeeded once with one round. I've gotten really close.
Fight.
Very visual novel style story mode, which as you'd expect from a visual novel based game. Very early visual novel fighting game, because a lot of the other ones that came out, like Ogan Muso, Kyoku Cross, and Big Bang Beat, came out a lot after this game. Not to be confused with like a lot of the Dojin fighters, which really a Dojin fighter is where they have a visual novel like company, and they'll make a fighting game based off of all their different characters. So you're gonna see not just like Nitro Plus or Aqua Plus or Dengeki Bunko. Those are all different companies. Like Aqua Plus is a company, Nitro Plus is a company, and so on. You've also got, yeah, see here, I want to make sure at B we split. So I'm gonna go to stage B there, and then we're gonna lose on stage B for this story mode. But it also, what was the other one? Eternal Fighter Zero was another one too. I forgot what they mostly had. I think it was like Heart Plus or something. And with those kind of fighting games, it's really a company and not really a continuation of the story. Ogan Muso Kyoku Cross was more of a continuation of the story. But yeah. I mean, it was kind of like this it felt like to me like it jump-started a lot of that stuff. You didn't see too many fighting game based visual novel type of games. I mean, like, because a lot of the later arcade games, especially fighting games, they were more interchangeable, so you could put them into a different cabinet and just move them across, you know, so it wasn't a dedicated cabinet like you saw with some of the older stuff. Let me focus here on G-Akiha, see if we can do this.
Round 1. Fight.
One thing's a little bit weird with Melty Blood. So many different characters have different names. And different weird, like, pronunciations and spellings of names. So, like, Neuro Chaos, it's spelled Nervin Kisser. And you know, you're not even really gonna know that it's pronounced Nero. And there's, like, 3 different Shiki Tonhos in the game. Let alone, like, other Shikis. Alright, so I'm supposed to lose here. Just see how... But yeah, and like the names are so weird. There's so many of them. Like people call Archetype Earth Tsukihime, and even though her name's Archetype Earth, even though her name's Tsukihime, and there's like all sorts of stuff. There's like 3 different Akiha Tonos. Alright, I got it this time. Back to the sand, yeah. When I'm falling down, because it's slowing my fall down, and I can see if I'm gonna hit on something that's, you know, safe or not, like a double jump. Man, give me your energy. Let's go, everybody on the planet. Give me your energy. I'm gonna try jump C a little bit more this time. crap. That's doing it well. It was barely doing anything last time I was trying it. It's all your spirit energy. That's what did it right there. I bore so much shame and thought, yet to be defeated by Nissan when he is so small. That's not it, sister. You're simply in a bad position to begin with. Well, I think you're probably strongest when you're normal.